detention of anti-apartheid activist Dr Neil Aggett continues. SABC News reporter Hasina Gori joins us now live for an update. A very good morning to you. Hasina, what has been happening this morning?
Good morning. Yes, Desiree, this morning we had an expert witness giving us architectural evidence here in court, just explaining the construction that had happened at John Vorster. Remember that in the first week of the inquest, the court had visited the prison and had a in-loco visit to get a kind of sense of the cells where Dr. Neil Aggett was found, as well as just the general layout of the court. We've also heard in the last few weeks from both detainees as well as police officers and security branch officers of the routes that were taken by prisoners from their cells into the areas that they will be interrogated on the 10th floor. Something that came out this morning from Mr. Colin Savage is that there were ways and means for security branch officials and personnel to move in and out of the cell blocks as well as the interrogation rooms and into John Vorster itself incognito without going through security checks, without any documentation of where they were. And that means that there may be ways to have taken out prisoners without others knowing or bringing them back in. This is the evidence we've heard so far. They've also said that some of the stairwells that they found, as well as the routes, were not marked in the official plan of the John Vorster plans. Yesterday also we've heard more evidence coming out of the torture that some of the political detainees had underwent. One of them that came yesterday was Professor Aziz Haroon, and he spoke about his detention as well as the interrogation and torture that he underwent. But he was not at John Vorster. He was first in Durban in KwaZulu-Natal, and then brought to the head of the security branch in Pretoria.
Yesterday's processes started off with the legal team presenting an affidavit from Carl Niehaus, disputing some of the things that have been said there about him being in detention at the same time that this incident took place. How is this affidavit being treated?
So we do know that a subpoena has been sent to Carl Niehaus to ask him to come and be cross-examined. This is by the attorneys for the apartheid police. They've disputed some of the facts in his affidavit. He also in his affidavit stated that he was tortured and interrogated by certain officials, and they've asked for him to come through to the inquest and be cross-examined.
Hasina, thank you so much for that update. Hasina Gori coming to us from the Neil Aggett Inquest that's currently underway. Let's take a break.